The relationship between India and the United States has always been complex, but under Narendra Modi and Donald Trump, it has taken on a new dimension. The question we must ask today is, can India, particularly the India led by Modi and the BJP, truly trust Trump's America? This isn't just a matter of diplomacy, it's about survival, security, and strategic alignment. After Operation Sindoor, the Indian media and social platforms have been buzzing with opinions, and they matter. Why? Because it was Trump's intervention that brokered a ceasefire, resolved disputes, and even pressured Canada to participate after initially being sidelined. The stakes are high and the layers run deep. Some argue that India should distance itself from Trump, claiming Democrats are a safer bet, while others push for stronger ties with the US. These debates aren't just happening in political circles. They're being echoed by BJP leaders, RSS supporters, and right-wing voices across the country. But before jumping to conclusions, we must examine the facts carefully. This isn't about impulsive reactions, it's about understanding the ground reality. The difference between blind rhetoric and informed strategy is as vast as the distance between the North and South poles. Let's rewind to when Biden was in power before Trump. During his tenure, riots against Hindus erupted in Bangladesh, not once, but repeatedly. Temples were destroyed, homes were burned, and Hindu-owned shops were looted. The violence spilled into India, where Hindu workers were stripped of their jobs. The Bangladeshi opposition group Jamaat-e-Islami openly sought to expel Hindus from the country. The world watched as Hindus became refugees in their own homeland. India's Home Minister Amit Shah made it clear, if Hindus are driven out of any nation, India is their only refuge. At the height of this crisis, Prime Minister Modi reached out to the US president, urging immediate intervention. Bangladesh's interim leader Yunus acknowledged the plea, but Biden remained silent. Meanwhile, Trump, then a private citizen, tweeted in support of Hindus. When he took office, his stance was unequivocal. America would not tolerate attacks on Hindus. He imposed tariffs on Bangladesh, forcing the government to act against the perpetrators. Cases were filed and the violence subsided. The difference in response was stark. One administration ignored the crisis while the other took decisive action. Here's another critical distinction. Trump refuses to label the BJP as a Hindu nationalist party. To him, it's simply a nationalist movement. But Democrats, they've branded the RSS a right-wing terror group, equating it with extremism. They accuse the BJP and its affiliates of persecuting Muslims, a narrative pushed by Democratic leaders repeatedly. Trump, however, sees India's right wing as part of a global conservative movement, not a threat. So why does Trump align so closely with Modi and the BJP? The answer lies in ideology. Trump leads the right-wing Republican Party. The BJP is India's right-wing force. Their shared opposition to radical Islam and political Islamism binds them. Democrats, on the other hand, position themselves as liberals, often siding with Muslim causes, even against Israel. This ideological clash explains why Trump's America and Modi's India are in sync. Now consider recent events. Take Tahawur Rana, the Pakistani terrorist linked to the Mumbai attacks. India demanded his extradition for years. Under Biden, nothing happened. Under Trump, he was swiftly handed over. Similarly, Sikh extremists in Canada and the US once openly called for Modi's assassination, displaying his image as a target in front of Gurdwaras. Under Biden, these threats were ignored. Under Trump, a crackdown ensued. Activists were deported and anti-India campaigns were silenced. Even Rahul Gandhi's US university events, often backed by Kashmiri separatist sympathizers, were disrupted as Trump's administration purged such elements. Trump's stance on China further strengthens India's position. He views China as America's greatest adversary and has pushed for India's permanent membership in the G7, bolstered the Quad, and urged US firms to shift investments from China to India. No previous US president has taken such a bold pro-India stance. Globally, right-wing movements are rising from Poland to Germany, and Trump leads this wave. These groups, like Modi's BJP, prioritize countering radical Islam over leftist or liberal agendas. That's why they collaborate rather than clash. So, what's the verdict? Opposing Trump and America would be a strategic blunder for India. The RSS and BJP's social media warriors may not grasp the full picture, but the reality is clear. Trump's America supports India's interests in ways Democrats do not. The choice isn't just about politics, it's about India's future on the global stage. The question isn't whether Modi's India can trust Trump's America, it's whether India can afford not to.